Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Here's Tua to open with a throw. He's going to test this secondary right away. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. On second down, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
And he will get in. And they take the lead by one on top 8-7. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. Oh, he tries to lateral the ball, but it's a mistake. That ball is out. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa. Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. You couldn't ask for a better turn in momentum. Not only did they score, Greg, but then they kick it off, and they scored again.
Well, how many times, Mike, do you hear teams talking about the double dip, right? You go in before the half, you score, you come out of the break, and you score again. They were able to do a double dip without ever having to go to the halftime break. I mean, back-to-back chances to score before the opposing offense even has a chance to take the field.
Goff to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And it'll lead to a second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
On second down, here's Tungo Vailoa. That's taken in by Achane. And he gets this up close to the first down, mark him at 32. Tua now on third down. He gets that to his tight end, Smith. A gain there of 11. Good for a Dolphins first down. To the air again, Tungo Vailoa. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. Tua. Look wide. Get this one complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. They're going to go. It's Tua. He gets that complete to Berrios. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. One quarter in the books. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. Tua going to hold on to this. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. The Lions have got it. Still on the move. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind. And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's to the left side, taken in by Smith.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ifotu Melifonwu. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmapped.
And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. They'll try to run a reverse. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. Off play action, it's Tua. He's going to try it here again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing on third down, Tungo Vailoa. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for a fourth and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Goff's going to throw here on first and 10. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be taken down. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here now, second down and goal. One more time with Montgomery. He slams it in there, and he is in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Now, this looks like a design run, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Now it's Tua. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box.